Skull bones. Today's topic is skull. Skull bones. How many bones in a skull? There are only 29 bones in a skull. And how we will differentiate? First, cranial bones. Second one is facial bone. Third one is R bone. Ossicles. We will call ossicles. Fourth bone is hyoid bone. How many? I told you that there is 29 bones. Means how many cranial bones? Cranial bones is composed of 8. And facial bone is 14. And our ossicles is both side, 3 one side, 3 one side and 3 another side. This is a skull. 3 one side, 3 one side. There are 6 bones. And hyoid only 1 bones. And how we will differentiate the bones? Cranial bones. It means that cranial bones are, some bones are paired, some bones are unpaired. Like first we will talk about paired bone. Paired bone of skull means cranial. Paired bones and unpaired bones. Unpaired bones. Paired and unpaired. Paired, how many bones? In cranial, we are talking about cranial, composed of 4 types of bone. We will discussing skull bones. Skull bones are 29s in the numbers and 4 types. We will differentiate them. Cranial bones, facial bone, R bone and hyoid bone. Cranial bones are 2 types, paired bone and unpaired bone. Paired bones are parietal bone and temporal bone. Temporal. And unpaired bones, how many unpaired bones? There are 2. Paired bones are 2 in numbers. Unpaired bones are 6 in numbers. Which are they? Frontal, occipital, sphenoid, ethmoid. There are unpaired bone. Total 8 bones. Okay. Now we will talk about facial bones. Now you understand, cranial bones are paired and unpaired. Paired 2 bones, 1 parietal and 1 temporal. 1 parietal, 1 temporal bones. And the second one is unpaired. Unpaired means frontal, occipital, sphenoid and ethmoid. How many bones? 8 bones. Now we will talk about facial bones. Facial bones. Facial bones are 14 in numbers. 14 in numbers. They are also paired and unpaired. Paired bone, first one is maxilla. Second one is zygomatic. Zygomatic. Third one is nasal. Fourth one is lacrimal. Fifth one is palatine. Sixth one is inferior nasal concha. A lot of students asking me that what about the superior nasal concha and inferior nasal concha. Make a note superior nasal concha and middle nasal concha, they both are part of ethmoid. We are not counting them, they are separate. We are not counting them. How many they are? Facial bones, we are talking about facial bone, maxilla, zygomatic, nasal, lacrimal, palatine and inferior nasal concha. And which one is unpaired bone? Unpaired bone, first one is mandible and second one is vomer. Now we finish that facial bones and cranial bones. Cranial bones are paired, unpaired, paired, parietal, temporal, unpaired, frontal, occipital, sphenoid, ethmoid. And second one is facial bone. Facial bones how many? 14. 14 in number. Maxilla 2, zygomatic 2, nasal 2, lacrimal 2, palatine 2, inferior nasal concha 2, and mandible 1, 1, 2, 2. Count it. Okay, now we will talk about third one. Third one is airborne. Airborne, there is nothing. Three ossicles: malleus, incus and stapes. Malleus, incus and stapedius. How many there are? There are two in numbers. 6 bones. And fourth one is hyoid. Only one. Now how we will remember these things? How? Just repeat and repeat. Now you will get